When I was in the second grade, I ran for class president under the slogan, "Vote for Maureen and you've got your queen." And I won. My next step into leadership was high school. Class president, editor of the newspaper. If that hair is not a testament to hard work and commitment, I do not know what is. It was like a lot of you in this room, hardworking and ambitious. My first job out of college, amazing company, cafe and gym on site. Best friends at work, met my husband there. This party was disco. I loved the company, I loved my job. I was poised to take the next step up the leadership ladder, and I quit. I walked out the door from a company that I loved, from what I had been working towards since second grade. Why would I do that? That's what we're going to explore, why I walked and why you're losing talent like me. Hardworking, ambitious, flight risks. Do you have somebody in mind that fits this profile? Because I think you know you have talent like that you're about to lose if you don't make some changes. I'd like to suggest there's a better way to inclusion. How many of you have a pancreas? Our pancreas and our brain have something in common. They're both an organ. Let's say you were diabetic. You could do research and figure out why this pancreas was not secreting insulin properly. You couldn't then say, okay, do it right. But we expect that about our brain and unconscious bias. Oh, we'll just put people through awareness training, behavior will change. It won't. Knowing isn't enough. Our brain is an organ. Every one of us in this room has bias. It doesn't make us bad people. It's the way our brain works. The software has a glitch. We need to put an API in place and hack our biased brain when it comes to decisions about talent. Because when we don't, we're using flawed, corrupt data. And we've baked unconscious bias into our talent management practices, causes people like me to take the off-ramp. So, disrupt. Are you ready to hack your biased brains? If you are, give me a hack yes. Hack yes. All right, hack number 1, ask. Ask what else could be true. Our reality is not the reality. We're holding up a mirror that reflects us, not the real world. We suffer from what psychologist Lee Brosnan calls naive realism. I want us to take a page from Einstein's book and stay curious. Ask questions. What else could be true? What is the bias here? Imagine that you're in a wheelchair like Jason. What might his perspective be? Seek to understand the other perspective, ask questions, stay curious. Hack number 2, use primers. There's this fascinating research that tells us if we simply look at photos of famous people of color, disabled people, people of diversity across the full spectrum, it temporarily reduces our bias. So we need to prime people involved in decision-making around talent. Before they go into those conversations, make those decisions, they simply need to look at pictures like that. A similar hack occurs when we remind people about unconscious bias. Hey, remember folks, we're about to make this decision on a promotion. We all have a biased brain. In this case, we might be looking at maternal bias or like me bias. Use primers. Third, investigate. This simple, powerful question will change your game, and that is, where is the diverse talent? If you as a leader, as an HR team, are asking where the diverse talent is and not making a move on the next step in the process until there is diverse talent in the mix, you will change your numbers. I had a client share with me how powerful this has been in their succession planning. He said, we asked the question, it caused us to go back and take another look. We had diverse talent all over the place. They just weren't in our initial headlights. So I leave you with these 3 hacks. Ask, stay curious. What else could be true? What's the bias? Prime, use primers and reminders, and investigate, dig, and find that diverse talent in your organization. Remember, you cannot trust your biased brain to make unbiased decisions about talent, but you can trust the brain hack. Give me a hack yes.